Well, Chris, today's DOJ report is just the start of what is going to be a very lengthy process. Now the DOJ and the city of Minneapolis are going to start negotiating the terms of this consent decree, and the negotiation is going to last several months, if not more. But eventually it is supposed to provide a roadmap for change in the city.
The patterns and practices we observed made what happened to George Floyd possible.
The Department of Justice has issued its findings about Minneapolis police. Now the two sides must finalize an agreement known as a consent decree, which will require MPD to make changes under the enforcement of the federal courts.
That's a pretty significant deal, dude.
Rick Petrie is a legal expert with the Mitchell Hamlin School of Law.
Let's get that agreement in place right now and get after some of these issues. For example, accountability, clear policies.
In the past 3 decades, the federal government has used consent decrees frequently to overhaul police departments across the nation. The first city, Pittsburgh, entered a consent decree in 1997.
There's some evidence of them working very well, where significant progress has been made. At the same time, there are certainly instances where they haven't worked.
They can also take a long time. New Orleans, for example, has been working under a consent decree for a decade. And Ferguson, Missouri, where Michael Brown was killed, has been under a consent decree for 7 years.
You have to focus on the work. At the end of the day, the work is what's important.
Jason Armstrong served as chief of Ferguson Police from 2019 to 2021.
Going on the consent decree is a big blow to your department.
Armstrong said MPD will need buy-in from officers.
A lot of officers just don't understand what it is. And so the big thing would be really just the communication piece between the leadership in Minneapolis, the leadership of the police department, and the officers and just everybody inside that organization, and what the game plan is.
Now, another big step in this process is the city is going to have to find an independent monitor, someone that can, from the outside, evaluate whether the city is making its progress on the consent decree as enforced by the court. Now, obviously, there's already a state agreement in place as well that was signed with the Minnesota Department of Human Rights. City of Minneapolis has said they're going to have one evaluator, one monitor for those 2 agreements.